Hello everybody, how are we doing? Hope you're all good. This one is for the creators, so if you're a consumer of video or a client of mine, this video may not be for you. However, specifically if you're a Premiere Pro user, this video is certainly for you. Now, I was on a shoot the other day, shot everything just as I usually would. I found out that my 60 frames footage was a little bit choppy when I slowed it to 40%. Came down to the single fact that I put an old card in instead of the current card. Easy mistake to make, but I thought it was going to be costly. After a lot of stressing, and obviously a lot of wondering what the hell I was going to do about this, I found an amazing fix. So before we get started, make sure your Premiere Pro is up to date. Obviously, it's a great first step for any editing tutorial. You don't want to be editing on out-of-date software. So first things first, your 60 frames footage might work with other frame rates that are a bit choppy. I don't know. Tried it on 60 and it's wicked. So first things first, drag on your 60 frames footage onto the timeline. Obviously do what you usually do, speed, duration, 40%, and you'll probably find it's a bit choppy. And then when you right click, select optical flow. Now, basically, optical flow uses AI to fill in the extra frames where the jump is. So essentially, if like myself, you've used a card that was maybe a bit too slow, couldn't register every frame, therefore it fills in those extra frames that it couldn't do with AI. Now, for some people, you might be okay. I'd say give it a render and check it once you've dropped optical flow on. In my case, this wasn't right and it was still hella choppy. So it sounds mad, but the next thing I did was add Gaussian blur. It's not something I use an awful lot in Premiere, to be honest. In fact, I use it very rarely. Once you drag that onto the clip, head into the effect controls. You want to be setting your blurriness to 3. Repeat edge pixels on and set the blur dimensions to horizontal. This just helps stop any flicker from any light inconsistencies. And the last step, head back into the effect tab and search echo. Then obviously drop that onto the clip. And then for the parameters, go into the effect controls again. You're going to be setting your echo time to minus 0.003. Your number of echoes anywhere between 3 and 5. I've set mine at 3 for the current project that I'm on, but have a little play around, you know. Found some clips were better with 5, some were better with 3, so play around with that a little bit. There's a little bit at the bottom that says echo operator. In the drop down, just set that to add or composite in front. This should give you like a bit more of a stylized motion blur effect, which should just make it overall look a bit smoother. Now, this last step you don't have to do. I have, just to make it easier for, hopefully, touch wood, this does not happen again. Hopefully I don't have to use these settings again, but as an emergency, just in case you do, hit shift, click on the Gaussian blur, click on the echo, and then right click on one of them and hit save preset. I cannot stress enough how much quicker this will make your workflow. This being, even if you have a whole project's worth of 60 frames footage, which is just so choppy, you can just drag and drop this on without having to go and input all the effects onto each individual clip. Thank you for watching, everybody. I hope this has been helpful. It's been a super quick one, but I hope it will help you through your editing issues. If this is an issue that you've stumbled across, I thought it was something that was really stressing me out, really bugging me, and I imagine it's quite an easy mistake, and a few people have probably shot on the wrong card before. So if you have, I hope this video has helped you out. If for some reason you've got to this part of the video and you are after a video, then please drop me a message. My email is in the description of this video. I would love to hear from you and I'd love to work on some projects with you. Thank you very much for watching, everybody, and I'll see you in the next one.